back to the channel. I am Emily, and today we are doing our month 5 and month 6 update on myself and baby Lucas. This video is super late, but better late than ever, right? Before we get into the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell. That way you'll be notified of all the latest here at EP Life. And without further ado, so as you could clearly see, I'm alone. David isn't in this week's video because he's running interference with Lucas because I'm not able to film. As you could clearly see, I think my last video was the Love Every play kit that Lucas got shortly after he turned 4 months or 5 months. It was a long, it's been over a month. It's definitely been a long time since I've been in front of the camera. Mom life and a growing baby. I'm finding it very hard to film. Now I am officially back to work as well. So it's been very difficult to find the time, and Lucas doesn't let me live. We officially have a 6 going into 7-month-old. Like I said, this video is very late, so this is going to be his month 5 and month 6 update. Biggest thing about month 5 was Lucas started to eat food. So aside from, we decided not to approach Enfamil again or Similac again because of the milk allergy we were telling you guys about. So he is still on Neocate, but he's officially trying puree foods. Now, one of the big things that we were concerned about was all of that frozen breast milk I had in my freezer stocked up for him while I was pumping and breastfeeding the first 2 months of life, and what I was going to do with it, right? Because I ate dairy pretty much the entire time I was out on leave during postpartum because I wanted to keep my calcium up, I wanted to keep my protein up, and I was concerned that with his milk intolerance, allergy, whatever they're trying to say that he has, he wouldn't be able to take the breast milk. That is a complete out the window. He is taking the food. He is loving the breast milk. We haven't given him straight breast milk. In terms of like a formula thing, we'll get into that in a second, but I really think we may try to give him a bottle of breast milk, see how he does. But this boy has eaten avocados, peas, bananas, apples, sweet potato, and is so far doing awesome. Avocado was definitely a win. Peas, not so much. When it came to peas, I think it was a mix of two things, which I'm still trying to figure out. I think I made the peas too thick, number one. Number two, I think he just didn't like them. I would say day 2 or 3 eating peas, they went out the window because there was a lot of pushing. There was a lot of, we had a totally different child. He was cranky. He was colicky. He was grouchy. You could tell he was trying to, TMI, but if you're not here for it, why are you here for it? He was trying to go to the bathroom, and it seemed like he was trying and couldn't go. So we just skipped peas, went right into bananas. He loves bananas. Like, bananas is his thing. I really hope it's something that he continues as he goes from infant to toddler, because I am able to take a piece of a banana and stick it in one of those fruit feeders, and he will sit there and hold his fruit feeder, and he loves it. Like, he will complain when the fruit feeder is empty. We had already introduced water like around 3-4 months. Now he's drinking water with his food. We have begun to transition from drinking out of one of his little small like newborn bottles into a sippy cup. We tried the Munchkin Gentle Transition sippy cup. Now, my mother tried a regular traditional sippy cup with the hard spout, and it seems like he didn't really care for it. He preferred his Munchkin, and I think he likes the Munchkin because the silicone tip mimics like the feeling of a nipple. So he's mainly biting on it, but it seems like he's starting to get the concept that he is to drink out of it. We're not so much on the hunt for baby water anymore. He's drinking purified water. He's drinking distilled water. He's definitely cut down on his ounces. So instead of drinking an 8-ounce bottle every 5 hours, we moved to a 6-ounce, sometimes 7-ounce bottle. And I say 7 ounce sometimes because usually for me, his last bottle of the night and his first bottle of the morning will be 7-ounce bottles, because his morning bottle, he'll usually drink his bottle and then go right back to sleep. He is sleeping through the night. We have had recently, and this will probably tie into his 7 and 8 month update with an update on how things are going. But it seems like Lucas is going through a little bit of a sleep regression. Like, he was sleeping through the night. He would fall asleep 10:30, 11 o'clock. I know it's late. But it's the schedule that at the time worked best for us in terms of me working my hours, David working nights. It seemed to have just worked out that way. However, I'm noticing religiously for the past week or so, he's getting up every day at 4:30. And it's not like a let's party at 4:30, which I'm grateful for. It's more so, I'm up. You know, I'm up. Help me out here. Maybe I'll go back to bed. Maybe I'll choose violence. It's really a toss-up. So we're just trying to work through it. I think it's his way of telling us it's time for a new routine. So between David, myself, and my mother, we are really trying to implement a set, as close to set schedule as possible, because he is a baby. We do go out, things change. He has been spending a lot more time with his grandparents. We actually did a celebration with both sides of the grandparents for his 6th month. He had a half birthday party. We had it in the park. I'm gonna insert some pictures here. He had a great time. He turned 6 months. He had an awesome cake. We got to take pictures. He had a great time. He had a couple of different outfits. Definitely a huge milestone. It's like, wow, like, my son is half a year old. Like, I remember finding out I was going to be induced. Like, it's crazy how fast time is going. He is definitely starting to have more of a personality. He is very vocal now. And in my house, they call me the sound sergeant, because I'm going, but, like, making sure he's starting to get, like, those phonetic sounds out, because that's a big milestone. Tummy time, kicking booty on it. He's doing awesome. He is definitely rolling. He is 95% there, sitting up on his own. If you put him to sit up, for the most part, he's good, but then he does one of these, he does one of these. But the time in between of him doing that has shortened. So he's definitely getting there. He just needs a little bit more time. But he is the happiest baby. It takes very, very little to make this kid smile. He doesn't really have that much stranger danger. I mean, there are a few instances that he sees a person, and depending on how they approach, he will go off. It's happened to about 2 people so far, between, like, friends and family. It happens, but then there are people that see him and they're like, oh, hey, in his face, and he's just like, you know, it really depends on his mood. In terms of food, we decided to go with beech nut. I heard beech nut had more natural ingredients than Gerber, but I'm kind of playing with both. I'm doing a little bit of Gerber, a little bit of beech nut, and myself. So I've been home making Lucas's food and incorporating breast milk in it, which I find it gives me a little bit more peace of mind. I'm happy to know where it's coming from. I'm happy to know what I'm putting in it. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is, in terms of putting breast milk, I go between putting breast milk and putting water in his food, and that's because you cannot refreeze breast milk once it's been frozen already, which sucks, because I can't really meal prep his food. So what I do is, if I know I'm going to meal prep, like if I have extra something I've prepped, I'll make sure I mix it with water and freeze it. That way I don't have to worry about anything getting contaminated and him being sick. But I'm not going to lie, the process has started to become a little much. I'm trying to hold on to it for as much as I can. I'm trying to keep my groove in. You know, I think about mom guilt is a very real thing, and I find that I'm finding that I'm developing mom guilt for a lot of things. When I don't always feel like making his food, when I want to do something for myself, or when I send him to his grandparents. Mom guilt is such a real thing. Like, it's not it's something that people tell you about, but I feel like you're not really prepared for. In this stage of life for myself, in terms of postpartum, I am doing better. I felt like I started to get a little inkling of postpartum depression around month 5 or month 6, and I think it was because I was just getting back to work. I'm finding a new groove in my career. There are certain things I want to do, and my career is starting to progress, and it's like, can I really do it all? Can I get a promotion at work and excel in my career while being a mother? Of course. It's 2022. But also it's, I go to work, I kick butt during the day, I come home and I do the best I can at night, because like I said, he is going through a little sleep thing. But it's also, okay, my child is taken care of, my house is taken care of, I've spent the time I need to spend with my husband, do a little bit of my parents and my sister and other family in between, and it's like, okay, by the time I'm done with all of that, I am exhausted. I am absolutely exhausted. I never thought I would get to a point in life that it's 10:30, 11 o'clock and I'm ready to go to sleep with no problem. And lately when Lucas goes down, I make sure I have to go down because I don't really know what his night is going to be like. But I'm finding the depression started to kick in a little bit, because anybody that's been a long subscriber has known that I was consistently releasing content. There was always some type of vlog. There was always some type of life update. There was always some type of product review. And as many of you have noticed, they just stopped altogether. And I think that's where the postpartum depression kind of kicked in, because it was like, okay, I have this baby that everybody loves that demands so much of my time, and it's like, when am I gonna have the time to play my video games? When am I gonna have the time to film? And filming and editing, if you're a content creator, go hand in hand, right? So it's really like, when am I gonna have the time? I shouldn't film, because even if I film, it's just gonna sit there. I don't have any time to edit. I literally have a product review of the NutriBullet Baby, the thing I use almost every day to make Lucas's food, and I have a product review on it. And I noticed in my iCloud that it's just been there. It's been there since the beginning of month 5, and Lucas is almost 7 months old. So it's like, you know, and every month we try to celebrate those milestones and take pictures, and you know, I know that I'm doing a good job, because I look at my 1-month-old to my 6-month-old, and I know I'm kicking ASS, because he is absolutely thriving. And of course my husband, who's usually right here, is killing it too. He is an awesome father. While we were away from YouTube, we celebrated David's first Father's Day. I'll insert some pictures I have professionally done. When I say professionally done, taken by me, myself, and I, had a Father's Day event at my parents' house. Definitely a great first Father's Day. He is such an awesome father. He does the best he can, and he's such a great provider for us, and it was just nice to celebrate him and my father. It was their first Father's Day as father and grandfather. Just a great day for that. The month of July was very hard. It was very hard. The depression definitely sunk in, because I have a 6-month-old, and then the reality sat in for me that there are certain things I'm not going to be able to do. Not do with my son, but understand that I have a baby, and the things that I was able... Let me rephrase this. You get to a point when you become a mother that you realize that your life has changed. And it sounds crazy. I feel like I'm rambling, but go with me on this. You know your life has changed because you've just pushed out and carried this whole human. But then you go to do something, and something that you were able to get up and go do, you can't do anymore. And I realized that during the month of July. We were out with a bunch of family members for the 4th. We were having a good time. We didn't want to leave. Lucas was terrified of the fireworks. There was that. Then we ended up going home, and he was fine with the fireworks. Then David and I got very sick in the month of July. And, for privacy reasons, I'm not going to disclose what exactly happened, but we got very sick. And Lucas had to be away from us for a very long time. I would say he was away from us for a little over a week. And that did not sit well. I know it didn't sit well with David, but as a mother, it definitely didn't sit well with me. I cried almost every day. I couldn't sleep. It was very hard because I knew it was right for us as a family to make those decisions, but I just felt with him being so little, it was too soon. And my parents did an amazing job. Like, we are forever grateful for how my parents handled the situation and took on taking care of Lucas for us during that time so we can get well. But it was just, it sucked. And he was completely thrown off of his home routine. I say his home routine. His home routine and his grandparent routine is pretty much the same routine. It's just in two different places. Like, I have very cozy lighting. My parents have very bright lighting. I have an area for Lucas just to play. Lucas's stuff is moved from room to room to play. He does have a room over there, but he doesn't have like a huge area, like a mat and all of that, and his books, and obviously this is his house, so it was definitely an adjustment for him. Like, you could tell he knew he wasn't home, and we would FaceTime him, and he would try to grab the phone to like grab our faces, because he loves to grab faces now and grab hair. And my dad has a beard. He tries to grab David's beard, my dad's beard. So it was definitely different, and it hurt a lot. July was a very difficult, stressful, rough, in a nutshell, month for us. We're doing much better now, so thank you in advance for everybody and the people who have already extended reaching out to see where we were and are we okay, and did they need to give us anything. We have all we need. It was very hard. It was very hard, and we got through it, but it just felt, it was very hard, and it still is very hard to have Lucas adjusted. I feel like that time away from us he wasn't ready for, and that time away kind of caused what's happening now in terms of his little regression. He has no teeth yet, but they're definitely coming, because he has nights where he is absolutely miserable, and he has nights as if all his teeth are in and everything is fine. So when it flares up, it definitely flares up. He gets very low-grade fevers. He got his 6 month? He got his 6 month shots. We did speak to his doctor about the COVID vaccine. His doctor gave opinions on it. I really don't like to go into depth with things like that, because I know everybody has their opinions when it comes to vaccines. We vaccinate our child, but as of right now, we opted out of the COVID vaccine. And it's not because we don't believe in it. Let's just set the record straight. David and I are both vaccinated and boosted. And Lucas, for sure, got some type of antibodies, because I got the booster while I was pregnant with Lucas. Shortly after I got the second shot of the 2 doses of the original vaccine, Lucas was created. So there were definitely some antibodies there. It's just we're not opting to vaccinate him for COVID at this time. It's a very scary world with the monkeypox and the periovirus and COVID. It's just we aren't really putting him in any activities right now. He's still kind of small. We take him to the park. He loves the swings. He had his first time in the sprinkler this summer, which he loves. Like I said, he's hot-blooded Henry. He He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the temperature. He wants to be cool. He doesn't care if it's ice cold or room temperature. He just wants something that's going to keep him cool. But he has officially grown out of his bouncer. He's officially grown out of his swing. The swing he could definitely do, but his legs are hanging out. It's kind of just, he's too big for it. So it's, the bouncer we put away, we're not so sure about his swing yet, aka Wilson. I named the swing Wilson. And I'm just not sure if we're going to keep it yet because it is very rickety. Like, Lucas rode it pretty much till the tires fell off. We lowered his bed. He is still sleeping in his DockATot, well, his Amazon version of a DockATot. He is laying on top of the mattress now in the DockATot. But the DockATot as well is also on borrow time. It's only a matter of time before he starts to sleep on a mattress. We may actually try to explore that in the very near future for month 7 because he needs, like, it's time. It's time. He just went from being too small to, like we say, he went from itty bitty to thickums. Like, he's just, shit, Alexa, stop. See, like I said, life of a mother. I'm filming in between. I'm steaming apples. David's exercising with him in the room. It's just a matter of finding a balance. Like, we're doing very well. Everybody keeps complimenting us and supporting us on being first-time parents and what a good job we're doing and how advanced Lucas is. And it's only a matter of time before he says mama. Mama better be his first word. But he loves books. He loves to be read to. He knows no. He doesn't do it all the time, but he knows no. He knows He knows k. He knows Baby Shark. He's still a Sesame Street fan. I mean, I think it's more of an Elmo. I don't even want to say Sesame Street, because there are times that Elmo's not on the screen and he's just pissed. But he is sitting in a high chair. He's sitting in a high chair now. I'm going to do a review of his high chair. I think it's time that I finally do the review of his warmer. He still uses his Fire tablet. The Fire tablet is mainly for the car, long car rides. We still have him rear facing because he has not reached 32 pounds. And even then, we still may keep him rear facing until he's way bigger because it's just safer. And if he's rear facing, he has more support. But aside from that, with us, we are doing fine. We are okay. It's just a balancing act. We're in this stage of parenting now that you see on TV. The parents that work and come home and literally scramble around and do everything, and it's like, oh hi, like, it's just trying to find that time for each other. We will be celebrating our 1-year wedding anniversary next month. We're also going to be celebrating my birthday. I'm going to try to vlog that as well, because I've noticed I'm having a lot of sit down videos. I'm having a lot of product reviews, but I'm not having as many vlogs as I used to, because it's hard to hold the tripod and push the stroller. Like, it's just a whole thing. But we're getting there. Lucas will not be coming with us on this trip. And I think we chose that because we're going to take a bus. We're going to take a Greyhound bus. And the bus ride, I would say, is about 2.5 hours. Not that I feel he wouldn't enjoy the bus, but he's just so hot-blooded that it's hard to explain to a 6-month-old that it's okay, it's gonna get cool, calm down. He wants instant gratification. So I think it's just gonna be best to leave him home for that weekend. We're only gonna be gone about 2 nights. Like, we'll be back in New York by the 3rd day, and then he'll be home the following day. So he's not even gonna be away from us for too long. But I'm definitely gonna try to film that, but at the same time enjoy my wedding anniversary and my birthday. So I want to say that's it for month 5 and 6. Thank you everybody again for your well wishes, and thank you everybody that helped us reach over 100 subs. I definitely really appreciate the love and the support. I'm finding that a lot of the videos that I didn't expect to do well have been doing incredible. And they are a lot of product reviews. A lot of people enjoyed the bike video. A lot of people enjoyed the video of the Jeep. If there's any video of a product that I have reviewed and you want to get an update, feel free to drop in the comments for this video or for that video. I have no problem doing it. We pretty much still have all of the products, I think, with the exception of one. We're about to get rid of one. I put it up on OfferUp because I'm not using it, and I never have the time. So there's that. But I have more product reviews coming up. I'm going to do a review of his tablet. I'm going to do a review of his high chair, his bottle warmer, and the NutriBullet Baby. I'm trying to get better on the every Thursday uploads, but I may throw in a little extra ones to make up for the lost time. According to Love Every, his next play kit should be here. I noticed a lot of people did not watch that video, but there are some people that want to know whether or not they should get the play kit, so I will definitely be doing a review. I think it's the Inspector or the Explorer. I'll put it on the screen. That's the next kit that he's going to receive through Love Every. But they did email me that it's delayed because they're changing warehouses. But that's all I have for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That way you'll be notified of all the latest at EP Life. And if this video made you smile, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next time.